My question is, how can I easily convince the guy that I'm the ideal woman to be in his life, or he needs in his life, to be in an everlasting, loving, long-term relationship? If I had $1. All right, Trendy, you asked for the answer, so I'm gonna give it. Hit the subscribe button and I'll see you right after this. Okay, before we get into today, I do want to mention my new book, Messaging Magic. I just added 2 new chapters with it and all the secrets of the modern love language, how to text, how to convey your personality over text. Unfortunately, text is one of those things that we all have to do nowadays, and you don't want to be the boring person who can't represent herself over text. So every secret of emojis, the best text to send, the worst, how to word every text, it's all in Messaging Magic. So check it out, the link is in the description. Okay, so how to convince a man to be with you forever and ever for the rest of your life. How do you convince him to do that? You don't. Problems with this mindset. Number 1, if you've got the mindset that you've got to convince a guy, you're chasing the wrong guy. Right? And number 2, even if it was the right guy, if you have this mindset, he's not going to respect you. And men don't commit to women they don't respect. Now, Trendy, if you're watching, what we've got to do right now is we've got to pull a little bit of rubbish out of your head. We've got to pull this mindset out. And by doing that, what it's going to allow you to do is get an attractive, high-value guy to commit to you in a way that fulfills you, in a way that empowers you, and in a way that he does love and deeply connect to you in a way that most women never get to enjoy. But to do that, we've got to first pull this "I must convince him" mindset out of your head. Right? The mindset that you have to have if you want an attractive guy to choose commitment with you is the mindset that he has to earn that. Right? Attractive men earn you via your standards. You see, the problem with saying, "I've got to convince him to be with me," is that by definition, if you're saying, "Well, I have to convince him," then you're saying, "Well, I've chosen him. He's the one I want." Right? And that's going to communicate, if you communicate that you've chosen him, then it's saying, well, he's already met your standards and he hasn't done anything, right? Not relative to you. So you're saying that, hey, I've chosen you, I want you, and you haven't done anything relative to me to earn it. How can a man respect that? Even if you manage to get this guy into a relationship, if he hasn't had any standards to jump over, if he hasn't had to work for that, if he hasn't had boundaries around the way he treats you, then you're going to end up in a relationship that's totally unfulfilling if you manage to get one. And without his respect, what's even the point? He might cheat on you, he certainly won't bother treating you well because there's no minimum standard for the guy to meet. So I want to flip your mindset here. I want to flip it completely. If you want to get the attractive guy, the one that could have other women, could choose other women, but you want him to choose commitment with you and dedicate himself to you, then there's a few things you've got to always remember. Number 1 is that attractive men, as I say, commit to women they respect. Number 1, very important. Number 2, attractive men respect women who have standards they have to meet. A queen is a woman with standards, right? Men respect a queen. You must have standards to get respect and commitment. Now, the third point, which is awesome, is that there are lots of attractive men in the world. And this is a great thing because it means you can actually apply points 1 and 2. Applying standards means walking away if the guy doesn't meet those standards. It means making him verbally aware, letting him know where those standards are, and ruthlessly actioning on them when he doesn't meet them. And number 4, so getting his respect, setting standards for him, understanding that there's lots of attractive men so you can have those standards and walk away if they're not met. And number 4, understand that you are worthy of love just by who you are, without having to convince anyone, right? When you combine these 4, you're going to flip this whole scenario, and instead of trying to convince him, he's going to be working to meet your standards and earn you. Now, 50,000 years ago, it might have made sense to have this mindset. You were living your whole life in a tribe with 25 dudes, and there was 1 or 2 attractive ones there, and you said, do you know what? I want to get that one to commit to me for life forever, right? That thinking would have made a lot of sense, and standards would have been hard to apply. Especially because if you went to apply them and walk away, if primitive woman went away and applied her standards, I'm just going to walk away, she'd get eaten by a lion, right? Or maybe even beaten by the guy. So standards were a nice thing to contemplate, but not really something she could execute. Now, you have the best of both worlds. right? You can get the committed relationship with the attractive guy, the guy that's devoted to you, that chooses you, and you have the ability, thank God, to walk away if those standards aren't met. But you have to use that ability. And if you get too focused on the first attractive guy, instead of realizing there is an abundance of attractive men, and when you put in standards, one of them absolutely will choose you and devote to you. When you realize all of this, you can have what primitive women wanted and the ability to execute in a way primitive women couldn't. So I'd encourage you, if you want to be seen as a high value woman, if you want that guy who's going to connect, really connect, so you can have a relationship that most women never get to enjoy, then put those standards in place. Don't go for the first attractive guy who hasn't done anything to earn it. Wait for the guy who's willing to step up to your standards. You'll get the respect, you'll get the commitment, and you'll get the guy. Leave your question in the comments section below. I'd love to hear it, and hashtag Ask Mark if you want it included in the Ask Mark section. What are your thoughts on this video? Pop them all down there. Don't forget, Messaging Magic is my texting guide and my book. It's amazing. All the Secrets of Modern Dating is available as well, so you can check the link for that out in the description. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button with the little bell, and I'll see you in the next video very soon.